Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Why can't you move on? What is the problem that puts you into such suffering and devastation after your breakup? What is the real problem that stops you from this simply a puddle in front of you that you can easily jump? Why is that big elephant cannot move forward when there's only a thin chain, as thin as this that I have on my neck, that is holding the movement of the elephant's hands and feet? The legs can't move on even though it's only harnessed by a thin chain. Is it the chain? Is it the fact that the elephant is unable to move forward? Or is it the fact that the problem is the elephant, the way it's thinking? So what is the problem in not being able to move on? Is it the fact that the relationship was so great, she was so wonderful, or he was so wonderful, whatever your relationship is? Or is the problem, when you think of it within yourself, could you see that the problem could be you, me, the me being the problem, the me? I bought this juice. When I poured it, I didn't like it, but I couldn't believe it's not that good. Why? Because it was me who chose it when I was at the store. Convinced myself, oh, this is a mixture of blueberry and cranberry, and it must be so nutrition, so wonderful, which it is, and it must taste wonderful, that sweetness of blueberry and a little bit of a cranberry, so it doesn't make it be too sweet. But lo and behold, it wasn't as I thought its mixture would be. Maybe the blueberry and the cranberry mixed together would actually be exactly as I thought, wonderful for me, for my taste. But if the ingredient, the proportions, the portions are properly put together, and each person puts them differently. So when I tried it at home, it wasn't palatable, too sour for me. But yet I still was trying to convince myself, no, it's good. No, it's good. Oh, it's me who thinks that way. No, it should be good. Why? So the problem here is what I'm thinking. How I'm justifying this juice that apparently is too sour. I can't see it. I can't see the actuality of it, because I'm perceiving, when I bought it, I perceived it. Even now that I'm actually tasting it, I'm still perceiving it. No, it must be good, because somehow I have an idea somewhere in my head that it should have been good. It could have been good. It would have been good. So it doesn't give me a chance to see it for what it is, and I'm constantly trying to justify it. Now, getting back to the relationship, same thing applies there. You somehow have gone through a relationship that it broke down, but because it was the way you saw it at the beginning was different than the way it is now, and everything seemed to be fine in your standards, and at the beginning of everything, obviously everything is good. So you have that memory of it was so good at the beginning. Now that it actually no longer, maybe it was good at the beginning, but no longer is good, you can't believe it. Why? Because you want things to be the way you had meant it to be. You want to be in control of events of life. You want it to be the way you wanted it to be. To stay the way you want it, because you chose it. You chose it. You want to be in control. Because it is more pleasurable if it is as you thought it was. Why would I now have to admit that I was wrong? Who wants to be considered that he was wrong when he was so adamant at the beginning, when he even talked about this new girlfriend with his friends or mother or brother or sister or whatever, convinced everybody that she's the perfect one. Oh, she's this and that, everything. And then you had some good times with her, bonding together, and everything seemed good, as many things at the beginning is good, and you had intimacy and that pleasure. The whole thing was so wonderful. And as things changed, this changed too, but you can't see that it has changed. You still want to see it with the way it was, because you want it to be the way it was. You want the pleasures to be the way it was supposed to be, and it was at one time, because you want to be in control. You want things to be the way you chose it, you wanted it, you meant it to be. Which means the ego suddenly comes into the picture, says, hey, I desire what I desire, and because it was me who chose it, and I'm so high and mighty, I am the best in the world. Everybody thinks that, no? Don't you think? You're the best of the best. You're the best part of the species of the world. It's natural. So you say, because I am the best, and I chose this girl, and therefore, if I am the best, and this is my choice, then how could this choice, which is chosen by the best, be nothing but the best? So obviously, I'm wrong. It's still the good one. Even though we broke up, even though she's not the way I would have liked it, she doesn't like me, but she's still the one. How could she be the best if she doesn't want you? Isn't it supposed to be supposed to consider something the best if she also wants us? I mean, the first criteria is that you should, the first criteria for someone that you want to love and be with is that she or he would like you, want to be with you. Now, if she doesn't, then how could you still believe that it is the best? Because to be the best, one criteria is to want you. So if it's not there, then it's a but. You say, because I am so wonderful, I'm the best, what I've chosen must be the best. It cannot be not good. So therefore, you cannot see the reality and actuality of the X, because simply you cannot believe that you should open your eyes and see the X as she or he is now, not as she or he was when you guys met, or 10 days ago, or 10 years ago. Now, if you cannot see what it is, the actuality of something, you cannot believe that it is not suitable for you. So the problem is that because it was so good and you chose it, you want what you have chosen to still be good, even though you know it's not, but you can't believe it because you don't want to believe it. You want it to be the way you chose it to be. And of course, because it was pleasurable, and you fall in love with the actual pleasure, not with her, with the actual pleasure, the desire, the feeling of that pleasure. Therefore, you end up worshiping the pleasure, not the fact that the person whom you had the relationship was the best, the fact that you're now worshiping the pleasure. And if you're worshiping the pleasure, you cannot even see it for what it is. And when you cannot see it for what it is, you will always think it was good. And that's what you do. You constantly think about your ex, that it was good. But if you really see the ex as it is now, then you will see if it was good or not. And if it's not good, see it as it is. Not good. For whatever reason. For you, not good. And if it's not good, then it's easy to move on, because you've already understood the actuality, seen the actuality of the person as she is, as he is, at the moment, at the time that you guys have broken up and not perceiving it as it was when the days that you guys were fine. So in order for you to be able to move on, you must accept the fact that he or she is no longer suitable, no longer as good as you think or you thought she was. She is no good for you. And if you believe that, then it's easy to move on. The problem is you cannot come to the truth of the fact that no longer that mate, that relationship, that person is suitable for you. Therefore, you cannot constantly think of her or him as good and not like it. How could you not like something that you think is good? When you think, that's how you feel. Therefore, change your thinking, see the actuality of the person, and then it will be easier for you not to dub her or him good and see and dub her as what she is, which perhaps it is not suitable, not good, therefore you can move on. Give it a thought and hope something for you to think about, and talk to you soon.